This is Ben for SlashGear, and this is the Nokia Lumia 610. The 610 represents an interesting entry into the Windows Phone market as it runs lower specifications than the standard single-core 1GHz processor and 512MB of RAM that Microsoft normally mandates. Instead, it comes with an 800MHz processor and 256MB of RAM. That should help drive the price of the handset down, as well as the basic and cheap construction. It's an abundantly plastic affair with an unattractive fake chrome strip running around the edge of the phone. Having said that, it's a solidly built device, and it feels comfortable in the hand. It should stand up to any knocks and tumbles as well. On top of the device you'll find the 3.5mm headphone jack and micro USB port, and the volume rocker, power and camera buttons all found on the right hand side. One major issue with the power button is that it feels very gummy, and it became jammed in its slot multiple times while we were using the phone, causing it to think we were trying to turn it off. This might be a one-off with our review unit, but it's still a problem you should keep an eye out for. Everything in Windows Phone still feels very smooth and fluid despite the 800MHz processor. It's a very lightweight OS in the first place, so it shouldn't come as a huge surprise, but scrolling through menus and pinch to zoom in the browser was just as snappy as on any other handset. In terms of battery life, we ran a video rundown test with the screen set to maximum brightness and headphone volume set to 50%. The 610 managed to run for 4 hours and 55 minutes before shutting down automatically. In more typical use, we easily got 2 full days out of the phone, with some lighter usage including browsing, Twitter updates, push Gmail, and some WhatsApp messaging. The problem with the 610 comes down to the limited amount of memory available to apps that were designed to be used with 512MB of RAM. Several apps in the marketplace, such as Skype and Angry Birds, have been restricted on the 610, but even compatible apps seem to suffer from some caching issues. Scrolling through Internet Explorer rapidly on a heavier web page will result in blank space as the phone tries to catch up, and you can see the same effect in third-party apps like Carbon. We even managed to crash apps like IMDb when searching for actors with a longer list of films to their name than average. Windows Phone is a really great third option in the mobile landscape. It's really fluid, simple to use, and the keyboard is pretty great. The 610 falls short though thanks to the combination of hardware and software issues. The Carphone Warehouse is offering the handset for £140 on pay-as-you-go, but the Lumia 710 can be bought unlocked on Amazon for £160. For a little bit more money you get a faster processor, but more importantly you get the extra amount of RAM that apps have been designed for in the first place. Taking that into account, it doesn't really make any sense to buy the 610 over the 710 at the current prices.